The door they closed was never yours to enter. What looks like rejection to your eyes is actually protection in my hands. What feels like a devastating loss to your heart is actually a divine redirection to something infinitely better. You have been mourning over doors that were never meant to open for you, grieving over opportunities that were never designed to be yours, crying over pathways that would have led you away from your true destiny. I know it hurts. I see your tears. I feel your disappointment. I understand your confusion about why things did not work out the way you planned. Why people said no when you expected yes. Why doors slammed shut when you thought they would swing wide open. But what you cannot see from your limited perspective is that every closed door has been a gift. Every rejection a redirection. Every no a protection from a yes that would have harmed you. You have been interpreting closed doors as evidence that you are not good enough, not qualified enough, not worthy enough. You have been reading rejection as confirmation of your inadequacy rather than as divine intervention preventing you from entering spaces that were not designed for your flourishing. You have been viewing blocked pathways as obstacles to your success when they were actually guardrails protecting you from disaster. That job you did not get, that relationship that ended, that opportunity that fell through, that invitation that was rescinded, that door that closed in your face. None of these were mistakes. None of these were oversights in my plan. None of these were failures in my love for you. Each one was a deliberate act of divine protection, a strategic move in your favor, a loving intervention to keep you from settling for less than what I have prepared for you. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because I have a door with your name on it. I have an opportunity specifically designed for your gifts, your calling, your purpose. I have a pathway custom-made for your journey, your growth, your destination. What they closed was a generic door, a one-size-fits-all entrance that would have diminished you rather than elevated you, that would have confined you rather than liberated you, that would have limited you rather than expanded you. You were created for something specific, something unique, something extraordinary. You were not designed to fit into spaces that were meant for others. You were not made to thrive in environments that do not recognize your value. You were not built to flourish in places that do not appreciate your contribution. The doors that close easily were never your doors to begin with. Your door will open effortlessly when the time is right. Stop taking their rejection personally. Their no was not about you. It was about the mismatch between who you are and what they needed, between your destiny and their direction, between your calling and their culture. When the right door appears, when the correct opportunity arrives, when the perfect pathway opens, you will not have to force it, beg for it, or prove your worthiness for it. It will receive you gladly because you were made for it, and it was made for you. The pain you feel when doors close is not just about losing an opportunity. It is about losing the illusion of control, the fantasy that you can force your way into spaces where you do not belong, the belief that you can convince people to want what they do not want. But I am teaching you a better way, a way that trusts my timing rather than forcing your own, a way that waits for divine appointment rather than demanding human acceptance. Every door that has closed behind you has pushed you forward toward the door that is meant to open before you. Every rejection you have experienced has been redirection toward acceptance that will surpass your expectations. Every no you have heard has been clearing the path for a yes that will change your life. You have been grieving over detours that were actually shortcuts to your destiny. The door they closed was protecting you from compromise. It was shielding you from settling. It was saving you from a situation that would have required you to be less than who you are in order to fit in. I will never lead you into a space where you have to diminish your light to make others comfortable, where you have to silence your voice to avoid conflict, where you have to hide your gifts to prevent jealousy. You were not created to shrink. You were created to shine. You were not made to conform. You were made to transform. You were not designed to blend in. You were designed to stand out. The doors that require you to be smaller than your calling, quieter than your purpose, less than your potential, these are doors I will keep closed because they are not worthy of who I created you to be. Behind every closed door is a story you were never meant to live, a chapter you were never meant to write, a version of yourself you were never meant to become. Their rejection saved you from accepting a life that would have left you empty, unfulfilled, wondering what could have been if you had waited for what was actually meant to be. Their no protected you from a yes that would have been too small for your destiny. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because your door is bigger, better, more beautiful than what they were offering. Your opportunity is more significant, more suitable, more satisfying than what they could provide. Your pathway is more purposeful, more powerful, more perfectly aligned with who you are and where you are going than anything they had available. I am not in the business of forcing doors open. I am in the business of preparing the right doors to open at the right time for the right people. I am not interested in helping you convince people to choose you who were never meant to choose you. I am interested in connecting you with people who will recognize your value immediately, who will celebrate your gifts naturally, who will welcome your contribution enthusiastically. Stop trying to pick locks to doors that were never meant to open for you. Stop attempting to squeeze through spaces that were never designed for your dimensions. Stop working to convince people to want what they clearly do not want. Your energy is too valuable to waste on doors that remain closed despite your best efforts. Your time is too precious to spend on opportunities that keep slipping away despite your qualifications. The right door will not require you to prove yourself endlessly. The correct opportunity will not demand that you beg for consideration. The perfect pathway will not make you jump through hoops to demonstrate your worthiness. When you encounter the door that is meant for you, it will recognize you, receive you, and welcome you because you are exactly what it has been waiting for. Their closed door is not a verdict on your value. It is not a judgment on your worth. It is not a statement about your potential. It is simply evidence that you and that opportunity were not a match, that you and that space were not aligned, that you and that door were not connected by divine design. The mismatch is not your failure. It is divine wisdom in action. You have been praying for doors to open, but I have been answering by keeping the wrong doors closed. You have been asking for opportunities, but I have been protecting you from opportunities that would have trapped you rather than liberated you. You have been seeking pathways, but I have been blocking pathways that would have led you away from your purpose rather than toward it. Every closed door has been an act of love. Every rejection has been an expression of care. Every blocked pathway has been a demonstration of my commitment to your highest good. I love you too much to let you settle for anything less than what I have prepared for you. I care about you too deeply to allow you to waste your life in spaces that were never meant to contain your greatness. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because I am preparing a door that no one can shut. I am orchestrating an opportunity that no one can block. I am designing a pathway that no one can redirect. What I open for you, no human authority can close. What I prepare for you, no earthly power can prevent. What I destine for you, no force on earth can derail. Stop mourning over their closed doors and start anticipating my open doors. Stop grieving over their rejection and start expecting my selection. Stop crying over their no and start preparing for my yes. What they closed was temporary. What I am opening is permanent. What they offered was limited. What I am providing is limitless. What they had available was partial. What I am preparing is complete. The door they closed was saving you from a story that would have ended in disappointment. It was protecting you from a journey that would have led to regret. It was shielding you from a destination that would have left you empty. Their rejection was my protection. Their dismissal was my deliverance. Their closed door was my loving intervention. You were not rejected. You were redirected. You were not dismissed. You were divinely guided away from something that was not meant for you and towards something that is perfectly designed for you. You were not turned away. You were turned toward your true destiny, your real purpose, your actual calling. The pain of closed doors is temporary, but the protection they provide is permanent. The hurt of rejection is momentary, but the redirection it creates is eternal. The disappointment of blocked opportunities is brief, but the divine guidance they represent is everlasting. What feels like loss today will be revealed as gain tomorrow. What appears to be ending now will be shown to be beginning later. I see the bigger picture that you cannot see. I know the fuller story that you have not yet read. I understand the deeper purpose that you do not yet comprehend. Every closed door is a piece of a puzzle that is coming together to create something magnificent in your life. Every rejection is a thread in a tapestry that is being woven into something beautiful beyond your imagination. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because I am building you a door. I am constructing an opportunity specifically for you. I am designing a pathway that will fit your feet perfectly. I am creating a space that will showcase your gifts magnificently. I am preparing an environment that will nurture your growth exponentially. Your door will not just open, it will swing wide with welcome. Your opportunity will not just appear, it will arrive with anticipation. Your pathway will not just become available, it will become obvious when what I have prepared for you is ready. And when you are ready for what I have prepared, the connection will be seamless, natural, effortless. Stop forcing your way into spaces that resist your presence, and start flowing into spaces that celebrate your arrival. Stop trying to convince people to appreciate what they clearly do not value, and start connecting with people who recognize your worth immediately. Stop attempting to fit into doors that are too small for your destiny, and start walking through doors that are perfectly sized for your calling. The door they closed was protecting your peace. It was preserving your joy. It was guarding your purpose. Entering that door would have cost you more than you realized, demanded more than you were willing to give, required more compromise than your integrity could afford. Their rejection saved you from a situation that would have drained you rather than filled you, that would have diminished you rather than developed you. I am not just opening any door for you, I am opening the right door for you. I am not providing any opportunity, I am providing the perfect opportunity. I am not creating any pathway, I am creating the pathway that leads to your destiny. The difference between any door and the right door is the difference between survival and success, between getting by and thriving, between existing and truly living. Their closed door was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of a better chapter. It was not the conclusion of your journey. It was the commencement of a more beautiful adventure. It was not the termination of your dreams. It was the transformation of your dreams into something more magnificent than you had imagined. Trust me with the closed doors. Believe me about the blocked pathways. Have faith in my decision to redirect you away from what was not meant for you and toward what is perfectly designed for you. The door they closed was never yours to enter, but the door I am opening is yours alone. Walk through it with confidence, knowing that it leads exactly where you are meant to go. Every closed door has been preparation for the open door. Every rejection has been preparation for the right selection. Every no has been preparation for the perfect yes. The door they closed was never yours to enter, but the door I am opening will welcome you home to the life you were truly created to live. But I need you to understand something deeper about these closed doors. They were not just random obstacles or unfortunate circumstances. They were divine appointments disguised as disappointments. They were strategic interventions masked as setbacks. They were loving corrections that appeared to be cruel rejections. Each closed door carried within it a message, a lesson, a redirection that was essential for your growth and your destiny. The job you were denied was preparing you for the position you were truly called to fill. The relationship that ended was clearing the way for the love that will complete you. The opportunity that fell through was making space for the chance that will transform you. The door that slammed shut was protecting you from a pathway that would have led to regret, frustration, and the painful realization that you had settled for far less than what I had planned for you. You see, I do not just care about your immediate happiness. I care about your eternal fulfillment. I do not just want you to be temporarily satisfied. I want you to be permanently successful in the purposes for which you were created. I do not just desire for you to be momentarily content. I desire for you to be consistently aligned with your divine destiny. This means that sometimes I must close doors that would give you what you want in order to preserve what you need. The door they closed was testing your faith in my goodness. It was examining your trust in my timing. It was evaluating your confidence in my plan for your life. When doors close unexpectedly, when opportunities disappear suddenly, when pathways become blocked without warning, your response reveals the depth of your relationship with me. Do you believe that I am good even when life feels difficult? Do you trust that I am working even when you cannot see progress? Do you have confidence that I know what I am doing even when circumstances suggest otherwise? Your reaction to closed doors determines your readiness for open doors. If you become bitter when opportunities are denied, you may not be prepared for the responsibility that comes with greater opportunities. If you lose faith when pathways are blocked, you may not have the spiritual maturity needed to handle the pathway I am preparing. If you become resentful when doors close, you may not be ready for the humility required to walk through doors that I open. The door they closed was never yours to enter because entering it would have stunted your growth. It would have frozen you at a level of development that was far below your potential. It would have trapped you in a version of yourself that was smaller, weaker, less capable than who I am calling you to become. I closed that door not to harm you, but to protect you from stopping short of the greatness I have placed within you. Every closed door forces you to develop qualities you would not have developed otherwise. Patience, because you must wait for the right opportunity. Faith, because you must believe without seeing. Perseverance, because you must continue when circumstances are discouraging. Humility, because you must acknowledge that your ways are not always my ways. Wisdom, because you must learn to distinguish between what you want and what you need. The people who closed that door to you were not your enemies. Even if their rejection felt like attack, they were not obstacles to your success. Even if their no felt like opposition, they were instruments in my hands, used to redirect you towards something better, something more suitable, something more aligned with your true calling. Their rejection was not about their lack of vision concerning you. It was about my greater vision for you. I want you to stop taking closed doors personally and start taking them purposefully. Stop interpreting rejection as reflection of your worth and start understanding it as redirection toward your destiny. Stop viewing blocked pathways as evidence of failure and start seeing them as guidance toward fulfillment. The door that closes is not making a statement about your value. It is making way for your future. You have been praying for me to open doors, but I have been answering by teaching you to trust me with closed doors. You have been asking for opportunities, but I have been providing you with something more valuable, the confidence to wait for the right opportunities. You have been seeking pathways, but I have been giving you something more important, the wisdom to recognize when you are on the wrong path. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because I am preparing you for a door that no human can close. When people open doors for you, people can also shut them. When circumstances create opportunities for you, circumstances can also eliminate them. But when I open a door for you, it remains open until you walk through it. When I create an opportunity for you, no force on earth can prevent it from reaching you. When I prepare a pathway for you, nothing can block your access to it. Their door required their permission. My door requires only your obedience. Their opportunity depended on their approval. My opportunity depends only on your faithfulness. Their pathway was controlled by their preferences. My pathway is governed by my purposes. Which would you rather have, something that can be taken away by human decision or something that is guaranteed by divine decree? The door they closed was temporary. The door I am opening is permanent. The rejection you experienced was seasonal. The acceptance I am providing is eternal. The no you heard was circumstantial. The yes I am preparing is constitutional, written into the very fabric of your destiny, woven into the very essence of your calling. I need you to develop a new perspective on closed doors. Instead of seeing them as endings, see them as beginnings. Instead of viewing them as losses, view them as gains. Instead of interpreting them as punishments, interpret them as preparations. Every door that closes is preparing you for a door that will open. Every opportunity that disappears is making room for an opportunity that will appear. Every pathway that becomes blocked is clearing the way for a pathway that will become clear. The pain of rejection will pass, but the protection it provided will last forever. The hurt of closed doors will heal, but the redirection they created will guide you for a lifetime. The disappointment of blocked opportunities will fade, but the divine intervention they represented will shape your destiny eternally. What feels like loss today will be revealed as gain tomorrow. What appears to be ending now will be shown to be beginning later. Stop mourning over doors that were never meant to open for you, and start anticipating doors that were always meant to welcome you. Stop grieving over opportunities that were never designed for you, and start preparing for opportunities that were specifically created for you. Stop crying over pathways that would have led you away from your purpose, and start walking toward pathways that will lead you into your destiny. The door they closed was not a mistake. It was a mercy. It was not an oversight. It was an intervention. It was not a failure of the system. It was a function of my love. I love you too much to let you settle for anything less than the best I have for you. I care about you too deeply to allow you to waste your time in places where you do not belong. I value you too highly to permit you to invest your energy in opportunities that will not maximize your potential. You are not behind because doors have closed. You are being positioned for doors that will open. You are not falling short because opportunities have passed. You are being prepared for opportunities that will surpass your expectations. You are not missing out because pathways have been blocked. You are being guided toward pathways that will lead to unprecedented blessing. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because you were created for something original, not something ordinary. You were designed for something special, not something standard. You were made for something unique, not something universal. Generic doors are for generic people, but you are not generic. You are specific, particular, one of a kind. Your door will be specific, particular, one of a kind as well. Their closed door was protecting your originality from being compromised by conformity. It was preserving your uniqueness from being diluted by uniformity. It was safeguarding your individuality from being lost in mediocrity. Entering that door would have required you to become like everyone else who had entered before you. But you were not created to be like everyone else. You were created to be like yourself, fully, completely, authentically. The door I am preparing for you will not require you to change who you are to fit through it. It will celebrate who you are as you enter it. It will not demand that you diminish your gifts to be accepted. It will showcase your gifts to be appreciated. It will not ask you to hide your light to avoid offending others. It will provide a platform for your light to illuminate the darkness. Trust me with the closed doors. Have faith in my decision to redirect you. Believe in my love even when you cannot understand my methods. The door they closed was never yours to enter, but the door I am opening is yours exclusively. It has your name on it, your gifts in mind, your calling at heart, your destiny in view. When you see it, you will know it. When you approach it, it will recognize you. When you enter it, you will be home. Every closed door has been a stepping stone to the open door. Every rejection has been a preparation for the right selection. Every no has been a setup for the perfect yes. The door they closed was never yours to enter, But the door I am opening will not just welcome you, it will celebrate you, showcase you, and position you to fulfill every purpose for which you were created. Stop looking back at what was never meant to be, and start looking forward to what has always been destined to be. Your door is coming, and when it opens, you will understand perfectly why every other door had to close. And when that door opens, when your moment arrives, when your opportunity presents itself, you will walk through it. With confidence earned through closed doors, with wisdom gained through rejection, with strength developed through waiting. You will enter not as someone who was lucky enough to find an open door, but as someone who was prepared by closed doors to handle what lies beyond the open one. The character you developed while doors were closed will sustain you when doors are open. The faith you maintain during rejection will strengthen you during acceptance. The patience you learned while waiting will serve you when running. The humility you gained through disappointment will protect you during promotion. Every closed door was not just redirecting your path, it was developing your person. You will look back on this season of closed doors not with bitterness, but with gratitude. You will remember not the pain of rejection, but the protection it provided. You will recall not the frustration of blocked pathways, but the faithfulness of divine guidance. You will understand that every closed door was an expression of love, every rejection an act of care, every blocked opportunity a demonstration of perfect timing. The door they closed was never yours to enter, because you belong somewhere better, somewhere bigger, somewhere more beautiful than what they could offer. Your destiny is not limited by their vision. Your potential is not capped by their approval. Your future is not determined by their decision. You are loved too much, valued too highly, and destined for too much to settle for doors that close easily when you approach them. Your door is coming. It will open wide. It will welcome you home. And you will know without any doubt that every closed door was worth it to arrive at the one that was truly meant for you.